You can do it too. Can you?
Yeah.
I can. Can you?
I can.
Can you?
I can.
Fuck yes, now I know I'm in the right place. I built a school last year in Guatemala for 600 children. And I share that with you for one reason, to tell you, if I could do it for nothing, not a penny to my name, just one thing, belief in my soul, belief inside of me that I would change the trajectory of my life for my son and for someone else. So if I could do it from that place of low, just know you can do it too. Can you?
Yeah.
I can. Can you?
I can.
Can you?
I can.
Fuck yes, now I know I'm in the right place. This quote is beautiful, Napoleon Hill. There is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Screenshot this. Screenshot it and print it. Why the fuck do you wake up in the morning if you do not believe in something better than yesterday? Yesterday does not care about you. So why the fuck do you care about it? Today is the only day that cares about you. The past is over. The time is now. The time is right here, right now, in this moment. And at the end of my talk, I have a very special surprise for you. An interactive thing we're gonna do together. And someone's gonna have a breakthrough. Someone's gonna see something so powerful in themselves that they are gonna change forevermore. So I'm excited to go there with you at the end. Right now, I want you to see this thing that I prepared for you. There are 3 things that you want to focus on with you building your business, with you growing your name online, with you making the money you want to make in the world. These are the 3 things. Number 1, accelerate your authority online. Number 2, tell your irresistible story. Number 3, script your success using a scientifically proven method. That's what I just did my TED talk on, scripting. Scripting is a way that you learn to write down in the past tense. You talk about your future as though you've already achieved it. It's beautiful. I scripted my whole life. You know, when I was in that dark place, I remember sitting there, and I was sitting down, and I remember thinking, someone told me to journal once, but what am I journaling about? I'm journaling about the depressing drug addiction I had, or I'm journaling about the money I don't have. I don't want to be thinking about my present right now. So I started writing about the future. I started writing a new dream, a desire, like it was already mine. I started writing the story about myself. I went to the end of the year in my head. You can write this down for something you can do later. And I said, Dear Natasha, this is Natasha from December the 31st, 2020, whenever the year was. Guess what? You made it. You did it. You got out of that mess. You made it your message. You healed your body from that illness. You overcame that trauma. You stepped into a new version of you. And you started making money like never before. And I wrote that to myself. And guess what? As I said before, I got out of it. I did it for love. I manifested relationships through it. I've manifested partnerships through it. It's not a fluke that now I coach some of the biggest names in the world. I just script it. You know what I'm talking about, right? He's like, yeah, I know this. You write it, okay? You write it down in the past tense because it is scientifically proven that when you write it down in the past tense as though you've already achieved it, your brain stores it as a memory. Your brain doesn't know whether it's happened or not, so guess what? It brings it to fruition. So you're like, I want to be the #1 sales rep here. I want to be that person who earns the most in the company and has thousands of people underneath me. Changing lives.
Can you imagine a life where you effortlessly magnetize your dreams to you? Financial success, the love of your life, the family of your dreams, and everything you've ever dreamed of at your fingertips. With my approach to manifesting, I have a practical method where you use the power of your creative words. It's called scripting. We write in the past tense in a certain way to attract all our desires to us. I've done this. I met my husband in 3 weeks doing this. I helped myself heal twice. I helped myself get rid of a rash on my body. I have helped myself to elevate myself and get myself out there to so many people. I've changed my bank account number. I've added 2 zeros onto it. I have created abundance like I could never dream of. The most beautiful homes around the world. And you can do this too, like so many of my clients are currently doing right now. The success stories speak for themselves. I want to show you how to do it. This is for somebody who is ready though. Don't even bother coming unless you are ready to transform your life. If you feel like, oh, I'm on the fence, I don't know, none of this shit really works, then baby, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for you. This works for somebody who says, I'm ready. I'm ready to try something else. Try using the power of my words. I want to learn in a curriculum. I want to be in a group with other like-minded individuals, and I want to win. This is for entrepreneurs who are ready to go to the next level, or maybe get out of corporate America and go to the entrepreneurship world. If you're ready, come and join us inside the Scripting Society, and I'll see you there.
Imagine if they could live a life more like you. An extra $1,000 a month, an extra $10,000 a month. It means so much to them. To you once, by the way, and maybe someone in here right now. It means so much. So every day when you are online now, you're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for someone else. Every time you open your phone today, tomorrow and onwards, you're going to open it and you're going to think, how can I add value to somebody's life today? What can I do to add more value in somebody's life? How can I help them to better their life? How can I help them to be a bit more like me? To be a bit more better in their own way? Do you understand? Yes. You're literally helping somebody through what you are posting every day. It's not about you anymore. If you really believe you are here for something greater than you, that you are here to change lives for future generations in your family and for other people in the world, then stop being omnipresent. People maybe want to hear that you had a beautiful pizza last night. Okay, but that's not really what your social media is for. Make a personal page for that. Make it private. People want to see you with your family, you traveling, you making the money, you successful, showing them how they can do it a bit more like you. Okay? That is how you do it. You show them how to do it more like you. You create teams. You allow them to be a part of it. When people go on my social media, they're like, teach me. How can I be up there with, I have a podcast, right? So I have cool guests on it. They're like, how can I have Will.i.am on my podcast? I'm like, I don't know, he's my friend. But how did you make friends with him? Do you guys want to know how I met him? Yes. Okay, crazy story. I feel like I'm in my living room with you, but okay, let's just go there. So I was having breakfast a few months back, and I was sitting in this restaurant in LA, a vegan place. I'd just been playing pickleball with my son. Apparently people like to play pickleball in America. I was like, that is so cool. People pickle their balls, what the fuck? I was like, anyway, I fucking learned. I was like, what the fuck is this? Sorry, I swear too much. It's a beautiful sport, I really love it. So now anyway, I've been playing pickleball, so I walk into the restaurant and I sit down. I'm about to sit down with my son, some of my entourage, whatever. I'm looking over like 2 tables from me, and I see this face, and I'm like, that's Will I Am. So I'm like to my son, I'm like, we're gonna swap seats. He's like, why? I'm like, just do it. So we swap seats so that we like beeline each other. I'm like, okay. So not in a sexual way, just I'm gonna beeline you, and I'm gonna send you energy, and you're gonna come over to me at some point in this meal. This is breakfast, you lot. This is no dinner, there's no drinks. Specs saying that like this is so loose. Where's she going with this? All right, so then after that, I'm like, okay. So I sit there and I send this energy. I'll wrap it up. By the time he gets up to leave with his whole family, I'd sent so much energy. I knew I was scripting on my napkin. Will I Am came over to Natasha Graziano. And I was just going in my own world. I really did this. But anyway, I'm in my own zone. And then he leaves the restaurant, he turns around, looks back at the table. I nudge the guy that I'm with, and I'm like, and he gets up and he goes, because the guy, Will's looking right, so he walks over to Will and he goes, hi Will. So let me introduce you to Natasha Graziano, and this is Will, introduces us, and then he's like, she's got the number 5 podcast in the US for education. Do you want to appear on it? Anyway, he's like, yeah, for sure, that's amazing. So I'm like, cool. So anyway, we start chatting. I'm like, who's best to talk to you in your team? He's like, no, here's my cell. I'm like, yo. Okay, so anyway, that's how that one happened. I manifested. But let's be real. After we get to know each other, you find out people know who you are. How? Because I'm on his Instagram. Because he follows me. Because he sees me. I'm on his page. If you go on his page right now, you'll see a big, fat video of me. Because I am omnipresent. So I'm everywhere like you should be. The follow account is irrelevant. It's about you growing quality content with value. Okay? That's how you do it. He's one of 10 major stars who have been on my podcast. When you get to that level where you are number 1 in the world, they treat you different. You feel amazing. Life is fucking different. Get to number 1. And if you don't get there, honey, number 2, 3, 4 is still good enough. It's okay. Go wild. Go for number 1. Be number 1. Be coach. Come on. Bring it on. Be like, I'm going to be like coach. I'm going to get there. I love that. Just know it. Okay? Just feel it in your soul. Wake up every day with your why. Because it leads to momentum. Momentum is what is going to take you the whole way. Because now you're winning and you feel money and you feel good. Guess what? Everything starts flowing around you. Okay? Get in a train of momentum. Momentum is going to take you the whole way. So get in that flow. And by the way, you're going to have down days. You're going to have days where you feel low. You're going to have days where you feel like, I don't want to do this. You're going to have days where people are hanging up the phone on you. You're going to have days where people are like, no, I don't want that. You're going to have people just throw it in your face. You think I haven't had people do that? Everybody on their way to the top has people try to bring them down. But let me tell you, nobody above you gives a shit. Only the people beneath you. So yeah, omnipresence looks like this. Omnipresence looks like you're in covers, you're in places, you're being interviewed because you're so good at what you do. Any one of you can do that. I was no different from one of you right now. No different. I was probably in more debt than most of you and a disadvantage because I was overcoming a sickness. So understand that you too can get out of what you are going through if you believe it. Do you believe it?
Yes.
Good.